Hi, it's Pamela. In this tutorial, we're going to create a day in the life whiteboard video using Doodly.
Hey, and welcome to the official Doodly YouTube channel. If you enjoy our content, please click the like and subscribe button below. Now let's get straight to the video.
A day in the life video is a fun way to connect with your audience by showing what your daily routine looks like. It's great for building trust, showcasing your work style, or simply giving a behind-the-scenes look at your role. Today, we're going to pretend we're following a marketing coach through a typical day. Her name is Jordan, and I have some AI-generated images that I'm going to use as an example of her, and we'll go from there. I did create a voiceover, so I'm going to bring that in first thing, so go to Sounds. Go down here to the blue and white plus sign, and you can either browse for your file or drag and drop it in. If we'd like, we can keep this opening scene, but I'm going to get rid of all my durations here. I'm not going to have it draw all this stuff on because look, it's a 20-second scene, and that's not really what I have in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and Control or Command A to select all, click the gear icon, duration 0 seconds, and that applies that to everything. So now it's just a quick little half a second scene, basically. I will draw on her name, so let's pick a font, drag it in, and we'll put an arrow and point at her just for fun. So go to props, type in arrows, find one you like. I'm just going to use this one. I had imported it prior. So let's look at the scene so far. Hi, I'm Jordan, a digital marketing coach and consultant. You'll notice the arrow takes a really long time to draw, so let's make it 1 second long. Slow that down a little, and then that should be fine. I'm going to add just a little bit of time at the very end of the scene, and we'll start with a brand new scene. So click here. She's going to be talking about her day starting at 6:30 a.m. and she has a cup of coffee. So let's start with maybe like an alarm clock or a clock. Here we go. I like this one because it does not have the time in it. So we can add our own time. And then I'm going to Command click or Control click, depending on your operating system. That way you can resize them together. Before we get too deep in this scene, I want to go back to the first one and let's add a picture of Jordan rather than the cartoon because I'm using actual pictures this time. So go to props, hit the plus sign, and let's add a picture. We'll delete this one. Hit the pencil icon, reveal mode, let's have this fade on, and that'll be fine. Save and return. I think we'll have it come on before her name comes on, and let's make it half a second fade, and then scene settings, only 1 second at the end. She's going to start talking about her day starting early right here. Maybe even just a little bit more.
Hi, I'm Jordan, a digital marketing coach and consultant. My day starts early, around 6:30 a.m. with a cup of coffee. I usually hop on the
So you notice our timing was good until we get to this clock. It takes 3 seconds to draw the whole clock on, so we're just going to make it already drawn on, and then we'll spend our time with the hand drawing the numbers. Starts early with a cup of coffee and on the treadmill. And then we want her on the treadmill. So again, I'm going to import my photos and I'm going to do a bunch of them all at once. Okay, so we have Jordan in various poses. Hit continue. And here she is on the treadmill. Okay, add some time at the end of the scene. She does a quick review of her schedule and she listens to music. So let's see if we have any music notes. Now let's go to a new scene. So next she's talking about Zoom calls. So let's go back to our photos of Jordan. And I think we'll use text. Okay, so I have added just a couple more little bullet points here about what she does. And you think of this as a way to, show a slice of your life, but also highlight some of the things that you're good at and what you can do to help your clients. Now this is not quite lined up perfectly, so let's do it. Control or Command click to select them all at once. Right click, align. Let's do align left, and now they're lined up nicely. Okay, so I need to delay this brand messaging a bit. You go here to delay. I'll do 2.5 seconds there. And then for social media analytics, another delay would be good, maybe a second. We'll need a little bit of time here at the end as usual, just a little. And we're on to our next scene. So this is her recording a video of herself after lunch. So back to props. I have her doing just that. If we wanted, since she says after lunch, we could put some food in. Let's just see what we have. Like that, just for fun. I'm going to add a little personality. Let's say. Okay, so lunch comes first. And we want this already on screen. We don't want to spend a lot of time on it. And the arrow certainly, not even a second, okay? And then the photo, again, I like them to fade on. New scene. Once again, I need to type in Jordan for her photos. And I have her here playing Frisbee with her dog. And remember this arrow? We're just going to copy and paste it. So Control or Command C to copy, Control or Command V to paste. Notice how the copied arrow remembers the duration. And I think that'll be fine. Maybe a little time at the end here. Maybe we'll bring the clock back in. So go to this scene and Control or Command click. We're going to click all three of these, then Control or Command C to copy, Control or Command V to paste, and that puts it right where we had it originally. And we're just going to change this to 4. And then she wraps up her day with a quick walk. So we're going to bring in this photo. I think timing will be fine on that. I don't like all the erasing. So scene settings, smart mode off. While we're here, let's add our extra time at the end. Hit apply. I'll shorten that a little. And then finally, you might want to end with your URL, your logo, and whatnot. So I'm going to add some text. Now let's just do one last thing, which is adding some music. So go to Sounds, Categories, Music, and here we have all kinds of royalty-free music that you can use. I'm just going to pick this one and drag it into place. It's too long, so we need to shorten it. So hover till you get a little double-sided arrow, then you just drag to shorten. You're going to want to right-click, fade out, and then I like to make it a really longer fade out, so just stretch that triangle. Then go to the little speaker icon over here and turn it down to about 10%. That way it doesn't drown out the voiceover. And that is that. Let's take one quick look and then we'll be done.
Hi, I'm Jordan, a digital marketing coach and consultant. My day starts early, around 6:30 a.m. with a cup of coffee. I usually hop on the treadmill for about 30 minutes while I do a quick review of my schedule and I listen to some music. By 8 a.m., I'm on Zoom call with clients, helping them fine-tune their brand messaging and plan their campaigns. Mid-morning, I dive into reviewing social media analytics and adjusting content strategies. After lunch, I record a short video tip for my audience and work on course materials for my group coaching program. From 2:30 to 4, I'm either coaching, or if it's a non-coaching day, playing Frisbee with my dog Zorro. By 4 p.m., it's time for admin, emails, follow-ups, and scheduling. And finally, I wrap up with a quick walk to clear my mind and reset for tomorrow. That's a day in the life of a marketing coach.
And there you have it. That's how you can quickly create a day in the life whiteboard video using Doodly. I hope this gives you some ideas. Thank you for watching.